Well, would you look at that? We're kicking off the update with a very nice background change. I think that's related to Fortnite mares. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, I'm already loving it. 10 out of 10. Hey everyone, this is Syntax, and today I'm going to be very quickly covering everything you guys might need to know about update version 22.20 for Fortnite Creative. Now, they did add one of the biggest changes they have ever made to the entire game in this update, which I'm probably going to have to dedicate an entirely separate video to. And that's really the only reason I'm saying this is going to be a quick video, because I plan on just glossing over what they added instead of actually going in depth, because I think it deserves an entire video. It is so incredibly revolutionary, you guys have no idea. Actually, I bet some of you already have seen videos on it, so maybe you do have an idea, but I mean, it's still ridiculous. Once you've loaded up your island, you can go into the prefabs and galleries, select recently added, and you will see that we have 4 new prefabs and 6 new galleries, which compared to the last few updates is actually quite a bit of content. I haven't actually had the chance to sift through the prefabs to see if they missed anything in the galleries, but I mean, I'm sure there's certain things in here that you can only get via the prefabs because Epic seems to do that every single update. Anyway, moving on. If you haven't already noticed, most of the new galleries are actually from Cloudy Condo, and with them they bring the balloons, a bunch of new props, tons of different floor and wall textures, window shapes, and columns that we have not yet had available in Creative until this moment in time. The first wall gallery has some of the best wall textures that I've ever seen in the entire game, along with the window shapes and the fact that these glass windows sort of have like blinds in them. They're so cool. Of course, in the front, you can't forget the supports and the columns. These have really nice textures and a really nice color to them. I'm sure these are going to be used a ton in future builds. This next wall gallery is pretty much the same story. We have a bunch of new window designs, a bunch of new wall textures, and look, we even have curved railings. Are you kidding me? Oh, and look at this fence. I didn't even notice this before. Whoa. Oh, it's one-sided too. That's sick. I also would like to draw your attention to these walls back here because, I mean, just look at them. For anyone that likes to make custom broken walls and you know, broken floors and just anything like that, these are going to be used everywhere. The texture even gets cut off far back enough so that you can hide the yellow if you want to. But yeah, when you take into consideration the broken walls, all of the new wall shapes and window shapes, the new textures, everything about these 2 galleries is just incredible. The floor and stair gallery is pretty basic. We do have some really cool new floor designs, including this one. I really like that one. I don't know if we've had it before, but that one in particular. And you know, maybe we've had a lot of this stuff all along. I just wasn't made aware, of course. That would be pretty typical. Now, while there are a lot of repeat props in the prop gallery, we have some of the most amazing things that I have ever seen and heard. I mean, just listen to this. As if that wasn't enough, you can actually burn yourself with this. Like what? It has a visual effect, a sound effect. Ugh, what a great prop. We've got what I believe are new weight sets. I think there's a new carpet over here, and there's also some like pool rules back here. Yeah, look at this. We have a whole list of pool rules now. How cool is that? Wait, they took out the E in weapons, but left alcohol? That doesn't make any sense. Wait, absolutely no. Is that supposed to say fun? No, hold on. I think Epic is actually trolling. That literally says absolutely no FU. There's no getting around that. It literally says no FU. Anyway, moving on, we have this painting now. I don't know if we had it before. I know I've seen it before, but I'm not sure if it was unreleased or what it was. I also think we got this plant. It might have been in the Greasy POI island, but all of this is irrelevant. And you want to know why? Actually, wait, I forgot there was a giant version of this light now, which is like comically large compared to the shark one. But anyway, you want to know why everything is just completely irrelevant in this gallery? It's because we finally now have this spinning fan. This is all I've ever wanted. Just in case anyone was wondering, like, oh, what does Syntax want in the next update? This was it. I didn't want anything else. I remember when I first saw this thing in an RV on the Battle Royale map, and I just remember thinking, you know how cool that'd be to have it in Creative? Look at it. It's so immersive. Because it spins. I'm really over here freaking out about a fan. What has my mental state come to? In all seriousness, though, we did get a lot of really cool props, which, I mean, you literally can't ever go wrong. Any update that adds something we didn't have before in terms of prop variation, you can't go wrong. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get into the very complicated, very drastic changes with devices. The first being, of course, this thing, whatever it is, the AI Patrol Path node. It should be noted that for the time being, this only works on the guards, as you can see in this note stated down here. So if you're trying to use this on like a zombie or a creature, it's not gonna work, so don't even try. But anyway, I was messing around with this thing earlier, and it's very strange. It has a lot of settings, a lot of confusing settings. We have different kind of patrolling modes where they can go back and forth, they can loop, they can stop at the end. I'm not gonna lie and say I figured out what the path groups do. All I know is that, you know, you create a path group and then you just start placing nodes, and you know, it just kind of does a thing. I can change it to looping, and then yep, now I'm sure guards, if I put them on here somehow, they would walk in a square formation. I've noticed that if you take one and elevate it high enough, I guess that wasn't high enough. If I take one and put it up like that, wait, it says they can go up to it, but not down. I guess I would need a second one, like here maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I also noticed that any of them that you place, the path changes. So like if I go out here and place it, they go there, and then, you know, I create a copy and they come here. It's all very weird. I'm sure it would make sense if I took 5 minutes to actually learn it, but I mean, as of right now, this is just very confusing. Also, when you change the group on one, it changes the group on all of it. It doesn't matter which one I change. I can go change this one to 5 real quick, and I'm pretty sure, yep, every single one of them changes to 5. In the settings, there's the option to go to next patrol group, and you can send signals on when the path is started, when it's stopped, and I'm sure that has something to do with changing the actual groups and, of course, changing the trajectory of the path. But for now, I'm just gonna be content with not knowing what it does. Actually, I lied. I do know what it does. It allows you to control the path of guards, but I don't know how to set it up, and I don't know how to make it work. I don't know what the channels do, and yeah, cool device. So yeah, that's cool and all, but I want to take a sec just to talk about this new setting that they added. It's very intimidating. It's certainly going to change the game in ways that people are not prepared. If you head over to your island settings and go over to tools, you will now see this option that says event system, and you have the ability to hit convert. Now, upon clicking convert, you get a message that reads, you are about to convert to direct binding. This may cause some devices to not function as expected. It is recommended to duplicate your island, as this action could not be undone. Would you like to proceed? Now, I don't know about you, but to me, that's a super intimidating message. It's saying you're about to do something that can't be undone, and you don't even know what you're doing. According to the patch notes, direct event binding allows for devices to communicate directly. Using the new UI it introduces, you can manually set functions and events directly from your devices. So yeah, I'm gonna convert, and then I guess we're just gonna take a look at what that looks like with the simplest device out there, that is the button. And now when I click this, oh man, oh no, now we have two. So I guess I can, oh no, oh god, oh, when you click this, it brings up all the devices in the island. Oh no. And wait, what does the function do? I can't even select a function until I select a device. Let's go to the light. Let's see. Okay. Oh, very nice. I don't think there's any doubt that this is going to be more efficient. It's definitely going to make certain mechanics much easier to pull off, but Epic left us with a little note, and this is the intimidating part. They said direct event binding is currently an opt-in system. In the future, we plan on removing the existing channel system, so we recommend you begin adapting your mechanics to take advantage of direct event binding now. We will give you plenty of warning as we get closer to the removal of channels. So yeah, they're just straight up getting rid of channels. We're not going to have channels anymore in the near future. So yeah, if you have any maps that are using hundreds, maybe even thousands of channels, you better get to converting, because they're not going to work anymore once the channels are gone. Obviously, you know, for all of the pit free-for-all red versus blue death run map makers, it's not going to be that much of an issue. But for people that, you know, have made super complex mechanics within their maps, while they might have an easier way to do it now, those systems, all of them have to be redone with a system that we're not yet used to, which is just, oh god. This is going to be a good thing. I genuinely do think this is a positive change, but there's going to be a lot of people that are simply unwilling to change some of their old maps. Despite how good they may be right now, I just don't think that many people are going to go about changing it. I might go to my past 5 or 6 maps and try to rework the mechanics somehow, but I mean, it's a lot. There's a lot of mechanics in a lot of the maps I make. This is, oh god, this is so crazy. I think that's everything that I'm going to be looking at today. I definitely want to dedicate either one or multiple videos to the new events system because it's going to be important that people understand how it works, considering they're getting rid of channels. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of the new update in the comment section down below. And until next time, this has been Syntax. Later. Whoa, where are you going? Don't click off just yet. There's still a few things that I have to cover as present Syntax because past Syntax failed to mention them in his little update video. Because he's an idiot. The first thing I forgot to mention was that they added this little green hill, and while it is super round and very clean, you can't customize the color, so I must have just forgot about it in the video because it's basically useless. And they also added the throwable launch pad from Battle Royale, so that's pretty cool. There were of course a bunch of bug fixes. They added a few settings that have to do with enabling and disabling certain attacks to the melee manager, and check it out. I actually got the little path node thing to work. I have the guards walking along the designated square shape. So yeah, I think that's everything.